Today, you can drive there, you can fly there, you can ride a train to Vancouver's Expo 86 World's Fair. And once you get there, you may learn a bit more about man's methods of transportation. Jack White continues his look at Expo 86.
When you visit the Expo, if you would like to walk in the same footsteps as Prince Charles and Princess Diana, you'll want to visit the British Pavilion. They'll make their appearance there later this week. But British subject Philip Leeds gave us a personal tour.
We have a couple of very exciting exhibits. We have the 100,000th Rolls-Royce. There are only 25 of these cars made in the world. Some have been sold to America, but Rolls-Royce are going to hold this particular edition themselves. The lighting in the pavilion has been designed by the person who did the lighting for Cats from Starlight Express, fairly famous London musicals. And in one part of the pavilion, there's this beautiful air-sea rescue attempt with a storm going on, and a gentleman is lowered down from the roof. And at the end of the pavilion, we have Thrust 2, which is the world's fastest car. In 1983, in Nevada, it attained a speed of 633 miles an hour. And it's literally sitting there just a few feet away from you. It's quite an exhibit. Large gold car.
Another area touched on in the British exhibit is the Concorde, which is a dual effort of the French and the British. The Concorde will also make an appearance in Vancouver later this year. Transportation is definitely highlighted in the French pavilion. Upon entering the exhibit, you're made to feel like you are on the French metro liner. But the real star of the show is this 280-mile-an-hour TGV high-speed train.
This pavilion shows all kinds of transportation. We didn't want to have a special exhibit or shows on special type of transportation, but we are dealing with all kinds of French industries. There you have a reproduction of Gare de Lyon, and it's it's a mock-up of the Gare de Lyon, and it's all electric. All the trains are running, all the escalators are running, elevators. It's really a live station.
But more likely, you'll be on foot at the Expo. But you don't have to go too far to learn how to get from one place to another. We are located right here. This is an entire map of the Expo grounds. But say we wanted to get clear over here to the Canadian portal station. You just put your finger up here and you press down. And then over here on a television screen, it prints out the best way for you to get from here to here. And it tells by a monorail, tells what station to get off, and so forth. If you can't remember what was written on the television screen, you press another little button, and you get a computer readout so that you know exactly where you are and where you want to go and how to get there. But there's really no need to memorize a map. Placed throughout the Expo are a number of high-tech information booths. Directions are given in a multitude of languages, and with a touch of a button, the information is literally at your fingertips. I'm Jack White on special assignment at Expo 86 in Vancouver.
And we'll have...
Transportation is, of course, the theme of this big Expo. But that old wheel behind me is the past in Japan. We're going to show you modern-day technology and transportation in Japan. Come on inside, and we'll take a look. Over the years, Japan has had to overcome many geographic obstacles in developing a transportation system to suit their needs. A large percentage of the exhibit is designed to show Japan's transportation system in miniature. There are highways filled with cars, skies filled with airplanes, and there are all kinds of trains. There are commuter trains, and there is the famous bullet train. The logistics in this model layout are staggering. It took 3 months just to set it up.
We have 5,000 cars, 350 ships, 200 trains, and 150 planes.
Throughout the ages, the Japanese people have dreamed of mobility. And for a small nation, they are mobile. You, the visitor, can be right in the middle of it all. This is the way the city of Yokohama will look in the year 2000. It's designed as the future city for that country's tomorrow. Catherine Wells, the liaison for the Japanese pavilion, talked about the miniature exhibit. Catherine says this is no random hodgepodge of electric trains.
And they wanted to show the network in harmony, which is why you see trucks and taxis, monorails, cars, buses, trains, helicopters, planes, ski lifts, and everything on this one model.
By the way, a staff of 3 people are kept busy repairing and replacing those worn-out trains, planes, and ships. If you're a model train buff as I am, this is one exhibit that will absolutely intrigue you. There are 3 different gauges here: N scale, HO, and Z gauge. It's a marvel to behold. I'm Jack White on special assignment at Expo 86 in Vancouver.
In San Diego State, the Aztecs have won 14 in a row. They'll host the WAC tournament beginning on Thursday. This has been a fantastic comeback. At one time, the Aztecs were 1-8 in league, but they put together the big winning streak and swept every league opponent since. Hawaii, New Mexico, and Wyoming will be here for the tournament, but the Aztecs like their own chances of winning and moving on to the NCAA tournament.
We're still getting better and better each game we play, because we're reaching a level now where our confidence is getting high. Our pitching is good, our batting is getting good, our defense, just everything is coming together and getting better each game. And I think confidence is probably a big percentage of winning.
Second base. Leading off, left fielder, Vince Coleman.
Flannery at third, Templeton at short, Roberts at second, Garvey at first, Kennedy the catcher. Outfield from left to right. Royster, McReynolds, make that Royster, Gwynn, and Royster. Flannery, you talk about being on the right spot. Wow, guarding the line he was, and that saves the day. So Flannery, basically a second baseman, was baptized in a hurry. Here's Willie McGee, 1 for 4. Strike 1 as the Goose blows a pitch, wants the next 2, and there's McGee taking in 3-2 San Diego as McGee takes inside. 2-1 pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A chopper to Tempe. Big hop. He gets it. 2 down. So now Goose Gossage will face Tommy Herr head-to-head for that big out in the ball game. If the Padres can handle it, they'll win the first of an 8-game road tie. To San Diego as Herr takes a strike. The 1-1 pitch. Inside. 2 balls and a strike. And it's 3-1. Jack Clark a year ago hit 22 homers with 87 RBIs and only played 126 games, and there he is. His home run against the Dodgers in that final game at L.A. won it. Padres have to split. 3-2, San Diego leads. Jack Clark, the key man on the Cardinal Ball Club, the man with the big pop, is facing Gossage. Strike 2 with a breaking ball, and I know what Galen Cisco told him. He's going to hit the fastball, try the deuce, and he's thrown 2 of them for strike. And it's high, the fastball. Strike, there's a curveball popped up. Strike 3 called, and Clark is out of there as Gossage finds the outside corner, and the plate umpire, Bob Davidson, throws him out. Manny waves him out of there. Clark throws his bat, and the ball game is over. The Padres win it 3-2. What a finish. Let's watch this one again. You be the umpire. Right on the outside corner, and Jack Clark a little bit upset about that one. He throws his bat and stamps his foot, but it's all over as a Goose nails the big guy with a strikeout. So Gossage comes on to pick up the save, his 5th of the year. The win goes to Gene Walder, and the Padres win it. Final score, San Diego 3, St. Louis 2.